and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. We made it through half of the week already.
We did. It's hump day, and we're going to get through it because we've got great guests to keep us well and healthy, both financially and spiritually and physically.
You should be like brilliant by the end of the show then.
You know what? I really should. How was your night? What did you do? Anything special?
I packed because I'm going on a little holiday.
You haven't told our audience that yet.
Yes, I'm going away for a little bit.
She's leaving me, people.
And I'm out of here.
She's leaving
So
me.
done with him.
She suddenly thinks that her family is more important than I am.
And it's like much warmer where I'm going, so, you know.
When are you coming back?
Never. So basically, I watched the... I sort of puttered around trying to get ready for my trip and stuff, and then watched Mr. Trump.
You did?
I did. And you know what? So addicted to a news story like that as a journalist that it was like after 11 and I was watching the pundits talk about it.
Yeah.
And
you stayed up really late then.
I'm thinking to myself, my eyes are bleeding, like, go to sleep, you goof.
Are you here on like 4 hours sleep then?
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Yeah, so that's why I look so awesome.
You look great. No, I would never have known you only had 4 hours sleep.
You're
such a dedicated journalist.
Well, you know what? I can't help it. I'm just like addicted to this stuff. So it's interesting, the reaction, because so many people are talking about how his presentation is so different when he's using a prompter and as opposed to when he's just doing an interview. Yes. And last night it was very, very obvious in my mind. It always feels a bit awkward for me, but I was impressed somewhat at the beginning and end how he really kind of rallied the troops and talked an awful lot about, getting people back together, and we gotta, stop retribution and revenge and all of these R words that he used.
I learned the word comity, C-O-M-I-T-Y, bringing people together. Comity. I didn't, comity. Is that
comity?
Comity. I never used that. I mean, I kind of heard it before, but I never used it. Now it's very popular.
Yeah, it is. It was really interesting watching Nancy Pelosi's reactions to him and what he was saying. And on Twitter, of course, a lot of people were reacting during the speech. And Matt Oswald, who is an actor, tweeted, "Drinking game. Every time they cut to a Democrat rolling their eyes, take a... My liver just exploded."
So I PVR'd it because I was working.
Right.
I was doing some stuff for the show. So anyway, I came home and I just sort of fast forwarded. And what I was literally doing was...
watching her.
I was.
Right.
I was fast forwarding, and whenever Nancy had a reaction, I'd say, "What did you just say?" Okay, so I don't understand something. You watched it. Sometimes she'd talk. Who was like? You see her lips move, and she'd say sentences like.
She might have been talking to the vice president.
Okay, at times I know she wasn't though. It was like she was talking to herself.
She also moves her mouth. She has a thing she does with her mouth.
She looks like she's always sucking on a candy.
Yeah, like kind of like that. But you know what? Interesting. I don't know if I recall ever seeing this where, he's talking and she's sitting behind him and
she's going through his notes. I guess she had an agenda,
she's like, "Are we done? Well, how much more is this going to go?"
Saw that.
Yeah, go look. And of course, people are tweeting about how she was actually reading a book.
And then all the women in white.
Yes.
All the Democratic women wearing white, and that was in solidarity, right?
Yes, and he, of course, took total credit for the fact that there are so many women who are working now. Coming up in the news, we have a fact check story that the Canadian Press did.
Oh, really?
Stay tuned for that because it's interesting. I wanted to run the whole 2.5 minutes, but it's a little long for you to watch.
Wow.
But yeah, it's interesting. One of the highlights for me was the member of Tree of Life Synagogue who was in the building during the shooting, also survived a concentration camp.
Whoa.
And yesterday was his 81st birthday, I believe.
Oh, wow.
And just spontaneously, everyone started singing happy birthday to him.
Did they?
They did. It was an awesome moment.
Past that part.
It was an awesome, awesome moment. Lots of awesome moments that way. Very, like the special guests that they invited and stuff.
They didn't introduce the boy who was bullied, did they? He was just there to watch, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
who was the little girl? Was she cancer?
She had raised a whole bunch of money just on her own for cancer. and then unfortunately developed brain cancer
No
herself.
kidding.
Yeah, and raised $40,000.
That little girl did?
Yeah, she was sitting beside Melania, and she just a little doll. She would stand up, because you know how people stand up when they hear something they like.
Yes.
Then they sit down and stand up. So if they were talking about her, and if people stood up, she stood up. She was fine. Just the sweetest girl.
There were so
She's
many
such a
standing
doll.
ovations, though. It looked like Ford's.
Yeah, it was like, oh my gosh,
It looks like down at Queen's Park.
it looked like a Catholic mass, actually. I thought, hey,
With applause.
Jennifer Lawrence is engaged. I love her.
Do you?
Love her.
What was her most famous movie that you saw her
Hunger
in?
Games.
Hunger Games? Okay, I never saw it.
Oh my God, she's stunning. She's down to earth. She's funny. I was talking to her on the phone last night. I wasn't really. I wish.
Who'd she get married?
She's getting engaged to her boyfriend of some time now. His name's Cook Maroney, and he's 33 years old, and he's
is that him there?
Yes, and he's an art gallerist.
I don't know what that means.
So he actually commissions and works very closely with the actual artist, and so he's kind of the go-between between the artist and the gallery.
Oh,
For
he's like a between the artist and the gallery.
Yeah,
He's not like an agent. Okay.
No, but he's kind of like a fixer. It sounds like. He's worked closely with Lena Dunham's father. Lena is
she's
the
an
actress. Yeah, her father is
artist?
an artist, and he's worked with him. So some pretty high-end stuff.
Oh yeah, I have artwork in a gallery now.
Yes, you show off.
I brought that big
Seriously.
painting down to the art gallery yesterday. So
Awesome.
I got a tour.
Did you?
I got an advanced peek at all of them. So this collection that's in there right now, there's all different things. There's the staff picks, and then there's the people who contribute from their personal collections, and that's in a different room. And then the major gallery are just all local artists.
From their own collections.
And there's over 100.
What?
No, not from their collections. These are they did them. This is open to everybody across Algoma.
So actual artists who, submit.
Oh, Luann.
Really?
Oh, the pieces. Not all of them are for sale. Some of them are for sale. Some of them aren't. I encourage. And if you are are looking for some art for your home, or just to appreciate a different thing like glass and pottery and all different mediums and paint and quilting and fabrics, and this one thing that's wild, it's an owl, but the owl's made up of spiral paper and stuff. It's just crazy what these people do, and these are all the area.
Did you see my stick figure?
You should bring
Nice
in
frame.
draw your own head day.
Draw your own head day.
Anyway, no, really, I encourage people to get down there. Beautiful stuff. And the way that Yasmina has set it up with sort of themes and colors, and it's really a nice time. And then I got to meet the lady who's been sponsoring this for 6 years. She is like the lady who puts up the prize money and everything.
Oh, local one?
Yes.
Isn't that lovely?
And her son has done really well in life, and he's donated like $3 million to this or that. Yeah, no, seriously.
I got to hook up with him. I got to get to know him.
I forget her name. I should have her on the show, this one. Darn it, I feel badly now. Anyway.
You know what? Yeah, you should have her
Art gallery, get down there. Seriously, great stuff.
And how long is
this? Is going right till March.
Awesome. So you have time.
Yeah, but while you're down there for Bonsu, make them happy. Get down there and
absolutely.
for sure. I was looking after the Liam Neeson thing because you got me interested in that.
Yes.
So it turns out his red carpet event has been canceled.
Yeah.
So he has this movie called Cold Pursuit, right? And it's interestingly enough, I guess this is why he was talking about revenge killing.
Yes, exactly.
He plays a snowplow driver whose son dies. And there's unexpectedly, and there's some mystery around it.
Yeah, we don't want to give it away, but
mysteriously.
so he's mad.
In the movie, he's a vigilante, and this is not. He does this before. He's to Taken. He was played a husband whose wife was kidnapped. I saw that one.
Yeah. He's an awesome actor.
He does these vigilante roles, and I guess that's what brought out the conversation about this friend who was raped, and that he himself had this vigilante mentality and was walking around, as you said, with a billy club, just waiting. But I thought when you told me the story yesterday, my understanding was he was looking for someone who could have been the rapist.
No, he was hoping somebody would challenge him.
He was hoping somebody would just come up and challenge him so he could beat them.
Any black person. So the interesting thing was I saw an interview with Robin Roberts on ABC. Yeah, and she asked him, of course she's of color, so she said, do you understand how that makes a person of color feel? And he said, oh, of course, absolutely. I totally understand how wrong it was. And she said, what would you have done if she had said white? And he said, I don't care if she would have said Irish, Scottish, Lithuanian. He said, I would have tracked somebody down.
I would have had that.
He said, I was in that mentality.
In that zone. So anyway, the Lionsgate is canceled. The red carpet. The opening is going on as planned, but the red carpet event is canceled. They said it would be inappropriate under these circumstances.
You know what? A part of me thinks it's so brave of him to be this honest.
I'm glad he's still talking about it.
Yes, and that's what he says, right? He says, I want conversation to continue. I think we need to have conversation.
Yeah.
So good for him for that.
Right.
You know.
Cool. All right, well, listen. So on the show today, I mentioned we're talking about wellness in a couple of aspects. So Lou is here from The Nudge. And there's Wildfit is the program that he facilitates.
Okay.
Really cool stuff. So we're going to talk to Lou about that. And then also I have Nevin Pakonjak on to talk about sort of financial wellness and entrepreneurship.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So that's coming up. Plus Luann has the news. All on Mornings with Luann and Tim on this Wellness Wednesday. Welcome back to Wellness Wednesday, and here to help keep us well and healthy is Lou Derer. Lou from The Nudge, that's the name of your company.
Yep.
And now describe to our audience what it is that you do at The Nudge.
Okay, The Nudge is a life coaching business that incorporates the Wildfit program, which we're going to talk about, which is a nutrition program. I also do personal life coaching, and I'm also certified as a retirement coach as well. So kind of got 3 different approaches to what it is that I do.
So the life coach, what sort of aspects of people's lives do you help them with?
Just general life coaching stuff. I mean, it could be anything from establishing clear vision and goals to addressing negative beliefs. It's a whole host of things. 3 of the areas that I focus on most are health, happiness, and productivity.
Okay.
And so my tagline, if you can call it that, is life enrichment.
Life enrichment. How did you come to this in your life? I mean, what's your background with this?
I've been doing consulting up until I got started with the coaching, but it was almost like a bit of a calling, I guess you could say. I just had this urge to further my personal development and bring it out to others.
Okay.
I mean, I've always done a lot of reading and studying and spent a lot of time in doing my own personal development, and just had a calling to take it to the next level and start helping other people as well.
Nice. And then so you came across the Wildfit program as just in your own life? Is that like in your own practicing wellness? And
so it'll be 2 years ago, April. My wife and I are fans of the Mind Valley program, which is a global personal development organization and so on. And they offered the Wildfit program as part of one of their courses in one of the programs. So my wife wanted to take the program, and I thought, well, we'll do it together, because a lot of times couples will do the program.
And this is an online program, is that right?
Yeah, it's all online. And so we did the program, and I was so intrigued by the structure of the program, the support, all of those sorts of things, that I really was intrigued by the whole presentation of it. So I decided to look into it and found out that they had a coaching program. And seeing as I was already kind of going down that road anyway, I thought, wouldn't this be a terrific add-on to what I'm doing already, to be able to bring nutrition and in this Wildfit program to people in Sault Ste. Marie. So it's currently offered in 20 different countries around the world. There's thousands of people have been through the program. And but as it is right now, I'm the only one in the Sioux that's offering it.
The coach is it?
Yep.
So you're certified?
Yep.
Through
Wildfit.
Through Wildfit.
Yeah.
And this is nutrition based?
Yeah. So it's a 90-day nutritional challenge.
Okay.
And so people, they can do the entire program online. It really focuses on food psychology, nutritional science and behavioral change. And so it's designed to help people change their relationship with food so that they can live a healthier lifestyle.
You talked about, before the show, we were talking in the green room, and you were saying about food as medicine. Is that sort of a part of the concept as well? That food is, we feed ourselves because we need to keep our bodies healthy, right? Yep.
Well, unfortunately, we're overfed and undernourished. By the food industry has really not been our friend over the years, and so as a result, we've ended up with things like obesity epidemic and everything else, where people are eating they're eating too much sugar. A lot of people are addicted to sugar, as a matter of fact, and a lot of the foods that we eat are really not serving us very well. And so the Wildfit diet is really to get back to basics. It's based on the paleo diet, so tracing back hundreds of thousands or even millions of years into the origin of our diet and how we kind of got to this point, in the first place. And then there is a phase of the program where you actually end up in ketosis, which is where you go into straight fat burning mode, by removing all carbohydrates.
Wow.
And stuff. But
did you say it was 90 days?
Yeah, 90 days. So
now, and you mentioned to me off camera also that you have 2 clients that you have reversed type 2 diabetes with this program?
Yeah, my first program I had one person that was 17 years type 2 diabetic, taking 11 pills a day, in order to get by and that sort of thing. And within 90 days, he was off all medication, including cholesterol, high blood pressure, and all type 2 diabetic medication. It's because it's a reversible disease. I mean, back in the 70s, almost no one had type 2 diabetes, or certainly not a lot of young people. And in the States right now, over 20 million people, have that because of the diet that has been brought upon us by the food industry.
By the food industry.
And so,
a question then. So, what kinds of food are you looking at? And so there's diet. There's obviously menu programs and recipes and all that stuff. Can you tell me a little bit about the program? What's involved in it?
Well, like I said, it's all online. So I'll break it down into 3 points. There's you get a username and password to log into the main Wildfit corporate site, where you have access to all of the training videos by Eric Edmeades, which is the founder of the program.
Okay.
And so he's a really fantastic communicator, and so you for the first 2 weeks you get a video every day, and then for the weeks after that you get one every Monday and Friday. And then there's the private group coaching that I do. So right now, for example, I have 14 people in my current group, and we all get online it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the first 2 weeks, and then Mondays and Fridays after that.
Yeah.
And so we all get online at 7 o'clock at night on using Zoom as one of the like a Skype type program.
Platform, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so we do check-ins and education and that sort of thing around the program itself. And so what people really love is the support. So it's not only the structure, there's the support, and then there's the private Facebook group as well, where everyone gets in and participates and gets answers to their questions and posts pictures of the food they're eating for dinner and recipes and the sort of things that we share in that. So it's really made up of, like I said, the corporate access, the group coaching that I do, and then the private Facebook group. So those combined mean that you can do the program from anywhere. You can be anywhere in the world. You don't have to leave your house. You can really just do it all from there.
How do we find you? How do we find? Luann was talking about. She said she's always on the verge of type 2 diabetes. That she's always nervous about that kind of thing, and so she'd be interested. Yeah. Where do we find you, Lou?
Well, my company, the Nudge, thenudge.ca is a place to start. I have a menu tab there that says Wildfit, so you can go in and learn more about the program. There's a registration area at the bottom where you can register for my next class, which is starting on April 8th.
Okay.
And so people can get on there and register and so on. And so far I've got, including this group, I've had 36 people through the program locally. I'm really trying to push it on a corporate level as well. You talked with Rory Ring. He's in my current class. Him and his wife Michelle. Yeah.
Okay, and both of them.
Yeah, and then in my first class I had Kent and Francine Floriani, who were huge fans of the program, and have now written a corporate policy that they support all of their staff from all of their companies, where they pay a portion of the program and payroll deduction on the balance. So I have 2 other companies right now I'm trying to make inroads with, and so it's exciting. I'm really trying to bring it out, into the community and grow it from there. So
Lou, that's fantastic. So, and where are you located? When you work out of your, what would you call it? Your office, your studio, what?
Well, when I'm not doing online coaching, then I'm at my physical office, which is at the Nudge at the Headlines and Azure Spa on Bay Street.
Excellent. Okay, but the nudge.ca is the best place to start to get more information, both on the life skills coaching and also, and then of course for Wildfit.
Right.
I want to thank you for being here. I'll be in touch because this sounds like something very interesting. I'd like to learn more.
Well, I could talk for an hour about it because there's so much to learn about, what's been going on in the food industry and what can be done to, turn the corner and really protect your long-term health and vitality. So
stay tuned for when Lou has his own show on ONNtv, and it'll be an hour-long show. No, really. Thanks a lot for being here.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, and we'll be back with Luann right after this on Mornings with Luann and Tim.
Bye.
Happy Bonsu, of course it is. We're in the middle of Bonsu. We're smack dab in the middle because it finishes on the 10th. But listen,
and the wintry mix is coming. Another wintry mix is coming as far as weather.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What's that mean, wintry mix?
Well, it's snowing right now.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, some freezing rain starting tomorrow afternoon, overnight into Friday.
Happy winter carnival.
But you know what? Freezing rain is better for the bum slides.
It's true.
Right.
And tomorrow is Bum Slide Thursday.
It is so.
You won't be here.
No, I won't.
So anyway, listen, Bonsu has been great with Sue Online and ONNtv promoting their events. So listen, we've got some giveaways.
Awesome.
Attention all youth. On February the 8th. On February the 8th, Luann, you might want to go down to the machine shop because it's the Youth Chart Toppers Tour.
I'm in.
Bruno Mars, Ariana Grande, and Nicki Minaj tributes, just to name a few. Those are all your favorites.
I love them all.
I know you do.
I'm trying to be Nicki Minaj.
Well, you could win tickets. You want to be Nicki Minaj. You want to be Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on the bum thing.
Okay, good. Yeah. I'm trying to be Ariana Grande.
Oh, good.
I'm growing a ponytail.
Excellent. Can I pull on it? Right out of your head.
You can yank my tail anytime you want. Listen, we got 5 pairs of tickets we're giving away. If you want to win tickets, there's still 3 more pairs of tickets after today that I'm going to be giving away for the Youth Chart Toppers Tour. And so you need to go to SueOnline.com and enter contests. And there's a little trivia question you can answer. Send the email in.
Get out, walk.
Send the email in, and then you can qualify to win tickets. And so I'm going to announce the names of the people who've won 2 pairs of tickets each. Savina Gully? Did I say it right? I think Sabina. Sabina? You say Sabina, I say Savannah. You say Regina, I say Regina. Sabina, Savannah, Regina. You're going to see the Youth Shoppers Tour. 2 tickets. Allison Harton, 2 tickets. And guess who else?
Who else?
I think it's her husband, Dean Harton. 2 different emails, so you win.
Absolutely.
And Mike Gaetano and Jade Collins will be in touch with each one. 2 tickets to the Chart Toppers Tour, valued at $20 each.
That's awesome.
You guys just
what
won $40 for the tickets for concerts.
That's so good.
But wait,
there's more.
There's some more. Johnny Cash tribute. This got a lot of...
I interviewed him once, did I tell you?
The real live Johnny Cash?
He was so...
Where? Was he in the
sweet?
zoo?
Yeah. He was... Remember when the Princess Theater was...
Princess Theater?
Yes. And he did a show, and I remember walking up the side stairs up to the back of the house.
Yes.
And there was a big light shining, and the light went out of my view, sort of.
Yes.
And he was standing
there.
Up there.
He was.
He had to be 14 feet tall. Sweetest, kindest man. Kept calling me Dolly.
Dolly?
Yeah, he was so
Johnny.
nice. So anyway,
I see that train coming round the bend.
Johnny Cash tribute, Man in Black. This is Terry Lee Goffey is his name, and he is the ultimate Johnny Cash.
The ultimate. I think Johnny.
Ultimate Johnny Cash Tribute. Thursday, February the 7th. There are 2 shows.
Yes.
You can still enter the draw to win tickets for the matinee performance Thursday. The matinee performance, I think, is at 2 o'clock. Yes, 2 o'clock at the Machine Shop on February the 8th. But these 2 tickets right here in my little hot hands are for the evening show, February the 7th, 7 o'clock at the Machine Shop. Luann, who won these tickets?
Congratulations. Have an awesome time. Tammy McNeil.
Tammy!
Woohoo!
We'll be in touch. Isn't that fun?
Yeah, that is. I love giving
enter
away
all
stuff.
these go to our draw, go to our contest
Yeah,
at
there's
SueOnline.com, and there's all kinds of stuff you can win. Also, yesterday I interviewed via Skype Amanda Fish. The Amanda Fish Band is coming. Seriously, the Sioux Blues Society is bringing them here as part of Bond Sioux.
Wacky good.
Wow.
She's stupid good.
We're gonna air the
Phenomenal.
Skype interview, I believe, on Thursday because we got Jeannie White coming on from the Bond Sioux. She's the manager this year, so
Right.
we're gonna do a thing there and
Awesome.
promote. But if you want to win tickets to Amanda Fish, go to SueOnline.com and enter the contest.
And in the meantime, stay tuned because we have news coming up on TV Mornings with Luann and Tim. And of course, one of the biggest shows of the season and the award season shows is the Grammys, right?
Okay, yes.
Well, Ariana Grande,
That's me with my ponytail.
yes, is allegedly pulling out of performing at the
Why? What?
because apparently she says that she's insulted because producers told her what to sing and when to sing it and how to sing it. And she says that no one else who's performing has had those restrictions put upon them. So she's rumored to be saying, 7 rings this. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. What did it really say?
7 rings. It said, oh yeah, chop suey or something. I know. I forget what it said.
No, it's.
But yeah, she had
Tattoo on her
an
head.
oriental, beautiful tattoo
supposed to be
palm to say 7 rings, and it said something else.
Like food. Oh, barbecue. Chinese barbecue.
Chinese grill.
Chinese barbecue.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oops.
Anyway, so
Pink. Pink.
Is Pink doing the Grammys?
No, Pink.
Why?
Star on the Hall of Fame.
Oh, she got one?
She got one. She is so strong. Man, I loved what she was wearing. She had this poofy, like almost like a long ballet tutu dress on with a black leather jacket.
Right on.
And her hair was combed and her kids were there.
Yeah.
And the reporter said, like, your kids must be impressed. And she's like, they're so unimpressed. They just want to go for pizza.
Exactly. See, I think people don't realize. I guess when you're the child of a celebrity, it's all you know, right? So your mother's Pink. Your mother's Pink. That's
Yeah. So what?
So what?
Still
She's
my
mom,
mother,
right?
Yeah. When I'm puking in the middle of the night, she's cleaning it up.
She's cleaning it up.
She's singing while she's doing it, but we're lucky.
Hey, so I was telling you about this rapper. I don't really know a lot about rap music.
Right.
It's just not my thing, but there's this guy. This is an interesting story. 21 Savage is his performance name. He's a rapper who was on The Tonight Show. Okay? And he sang some lyrics that were unflattering about U.S. immigration and ICE. He inserted a bit of the rap about Flint water and immigration and stuff and how they're paying attention to the wrong places, in his opinion. This was what he included in his rap on The Tonight Show.
Okay.
ICE has now detained and incarcerated him. He's originally from England. He came to the U.S. when he was 7 years old, lived for 20 years in the U.S., went back to England, and of course when you leave the country and come back in again, there's a problem. So he got a visa. He came back on a visa in 2005, okay? He left in 2006, he returned on a visa, and he is in the middle of applying for another visa. And they know his status, they know that he has an active file, and they still, after his Tonight Show appearance, arrested him.
Wow.
On a violation, immigration violation, and he's locked up in jail. They won't even let him out. 21 Savage.
In jail.
talk about like
Ooh,
that's
a little.
yeah. Just because he badmouthed them,
Right.
and they're saying that it's not that there's probably
sure.
they think that there's a charge or something. They're saying there was a felony conviction. He's never been convicted of anything, so that's also incorrect. So anyway.
Interesting.
This is life in the U.S. now, man. You
Right?
say the wrong thing and
Oh my gosh.
right?
Yeah. It's just craziness.
terrifying. And now they're still saying about all the kids that haven't been brought together again.
Yeah,
And
still.
that's State of the Union. He's up there talking about border security and
How we need to be safe and stuff.
and take care of our children and the children.
Cancer, children. That little girl was there with Melania because she's a cancer sufferer. The
And
poor
meanwhile,
thing.
they're admitting that there are thousands of children that will never get reunited with their
living
parents.
in cages, apparently.
And being sent to like Christian orphanages and
Yeah.
stuff. I don't know.
Well, I hope that your next guest, Tim, doesn't do what Michael Bolton did. He was appearing on a morning show in Australia via Skype and fell asleep. So good luck.
I don't think Nevin Bakonjic is going to fall asleep.
I don't believe so
Do you
either.
know why? Because he's very passionate about the stuff he's talking about entrepreneurial spirit and about the side hustle. I love this part.
Yeah, this is cool.
And you know what? This ties into Wellness Wednesday because it's about financial wellness and it's also about feeling good about yourself
Yeah,
and
doing
staying
what you're
active.
passionate
in
about.
retirement, maybe you could have a
Yes.
side hustle business. So Nevin will tell us all about that right after this break. As promised, Nevin Bakonjic back on the show
Hi, Tim.
again. Local entrepreneur / author. There's one of your books right there, Starting Your Own
That's right.
Business. That's the second of your
Yes,
two books.
that's my newest book out this summer. Yep.
The other book you wrote, how many years has it been?
It's actually been 6 or 7.
Yeah, okay. And that
yeah.
book was?
It was 25 money-making businesses you can start in your spare time.
So
and
now-
I did update that a couple years ago.
Right. Is that available locally? Can we get that?
This book is actually available at Kohl's in the Station Mall.
Okay.
And at Stone's Office Supply.
Oh, thanks, Marty.
Otherwise, both of them are available on Amazon, or you can order through Indigo.
Excellent, excellent. So the first book, what made you write the first book?
The first book was actually a chapter that was supposed to be in this book way back when.
And it turned
And
into?
I started coming up with so many ideas and doing a lot of research that I just spun it out as its own.
Yeah.
And it actually became a bestseller on Amazon.
Nicely done.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you had feedback from people who've actually started businesses because of the book? Have you heard from people?
Yeah, if you check my actual Amazon page, there's a lot of reviews.
Nice.
And a lot of people found it useful to, a lot of people want to know what kind of business they can start.
Mm-hmm.
So that book helped them from the get-go. 25 different ideas, a lot of research behind it, different links to information. They got an idea of what the cost or investment might be.
Right.
And the potential for profit. So it was a good start for people.
Now the second book focuses, is it more on the side hustle concept or not, but not so much? Like the first one sounds like full-fledged businesses, investment.
Yeah.
Then now you're talking about a sort of a smaller, less investment, less overhead, right?
Well,
the concept?
what I found out was this book was all about how to start a business from idea to launching to growing the business.
Okay.
But the theme behind it ended up being more about side hustles because that's my experience. When I look at my background in entrepreneurship, I've started 8 different companies and 7 have been part-time ventures. So in essence, that is what a side hustle is.
I love the term side
So
hustle.
yeah, exactly.
So tell me again, how would you describe a side hustle to somebody who said, what do you mean side hustle?
Yeah, so a side hustle is kind of the term we're using today. It's a little bit exciting, and but really a side hustle is a low-cost, low-risk part-time business.
So now if I'm somebody who's thinking, okay, I've got my job here, I'm working at, okay, let's be honest,
Yeah.
I'm talking about being at ONNtv,
Right.
and I'm here 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., but I have other interests too. I mean, I think there's a real niche in Sault Ste. Marie for teaching kids about theater and music. There's a couple of places that do that here in the Soo, but I think there's still room for growth.
Right.
So if I were considering that, I looked into maybe some franchises. Is that something that you could do for a side hustle, find a low-cost franchise, or?
If it was low cost, so the idea of that side hustle really, it truly is low cost, low risk.
Okay.
So what I teach my students is find an idea that might work, and that means you're talking to people in the community or your customers or your coworkers, and you're finding out what opportunities are. They might tell you, I really need somebody to shovel my driveway every morning. I can't do it anymore. Or you may talk to your neighbors and you have 5 neighbors in that situation. Why not start your own snow removal business?
Right.
So it's those ideas that percolate, that you get an idea. You're not going to invest a lot of money to start the business. You're not going to lose a lot if it were to fail. So it's literally an idea that you try out, you launch, you get up quickly for a couple $100, you try it out, hopefully it pans out and you can grow that business to something more. Or you could keep it at the level you're comfortable with.
Okay.
In my particular business, and I talk about this in my book, my latest company I launched for $250. In 1 week, I had a website and everything I needed to start. I help people to maximize and develop their resume, as well as do some personal branding consultancy. And, I'm happy if I get 1 client a month. And because I'm doing a lot of other things, that's additional money I'm bringing in for doing something I enjoy. I enjoy meeting with my clients and helping them. And that's literally what a side hustle is. You're not investing a lot of money or time.
Now, so we were talking about the summer jobs as sort of an example of how that can work also. We've got young people who are creating businesses that are maybe just for the summer. The government's giving them some money to set them up. They launch a business, whether it's coffee roasters or wooden spoon carvers or whatever it might be, videographers, that sort of thing. Then some of them are finding that this is carrying on, that they had such success over the course of the summer that this is becoming a real business for them. Side hustle is the same kind of thing, right? You could determine, well, I've had great success, I want to leave it at this level or take it to the next level.
You're literally giving it a shot, and if it pans out, that's fantastic. You're bringing in extra money.
You're holding a workshop seminar, right, on this topic?
Yeah, so I'm delivering a workshop through Startup Sault Ste. Marie and the Millworks Center for Entrepreneurship. It is February 13th from 6 to 7:30 at Millworks. And I will be going through the steps of starting a side hustle, from developing that idea all the way to launching the business and getting the support you need from the community.
And once again, those ideas can come from a need you see in the community or just a passion of your own.
That's right. I typically take them from a passion of my own and sit there and think, how can I make money from this? Doing something I really enjoy, helping people. Can I make money from this? And if you can develop that idea,
how do people register for the workshop? Is that something that they should do in advance or just show up?
No, you need to pre-register, so it's available on eventbrite.ca.
Isn't that a great website? Whoever came up with that one, it
is a fantastic website.
Eventbrite.ca.
Yeah. And actually, a different community down south found the event here and called me up and said, this is what we're looking for to do in our own community. So
Are they exporting you?
Yes. I'm traveling to that community in May to deliver the same workshop. So that's fantastic.
There's another example of
Exactly. I'm an entrepreneur and I do a lot of things.
All right, so when you go to eventbrite.ca, what is it called, the event?
It's called Launching a Side Hustle in 2019.
Okay.
Also, if you go to the Startup Sault Ste. Marie website or our Facebook page, you'll find out all about it and see the link.
Is there a cost for this workshop?
There is a cost. It's $10.
That's
and
nothing.
There'll be light refreshments available.
That's nice of you.
And my books will be available as well. Little plug there.
No, absolutely. Good for you. That's what it's all about. You got to have that. You got to
exactly. But I'm really excited about sharing this because I think it's so easy for everyone to look at or do themselves, and they just need a little bit of a push and a little bit of instruction.
And now so much of us, we can work from home so easily now with the internet and the web and
exactly. There's so many things you can do.
Promotion can be easily done
on your own time, online.
Low cost.
When the kids are in bed, spend a couple hours each night and you're making money.
Nevin, thank you for staying awake for this interview. I'm glad you didn't go all Michael Bolton on me.
No.
Check out Nevin's event on Eventbrite. Once again, Nevin Bakonjic, thanks for being here. I got to go work on my side hustle because Luann's leaving me and I don't know how I'm going to survive for the next week and a half. So we'll find out.
Good luck, Tim.
Thanks, Nevin. Stay tuned. We'll be back to say goodbye with Luann on Mornings with Luann and Tim right after this.
Mr. Murphy, you lived up to it once again. Wellness Wednesday, a complete success.
Thanks, Lou.
Yeah.
I hope that your vacation and family time is a complete success
Thank
also.
you.
And I look forward to hosting the show tomorrow with Christina Coutu.
It'll be fun.
I have 2 other guest hosts coming
I
up.
hope she's not better than me.
Honey.
I'm scared.
Honey. Of course she will be. And next week I have 2 other guest hosts coming in as well. So you better watch your P's and Q's, young lady.
Yes, sir, Mr. Murphy, sir. Take care, everybody.
We'll see you tomorrow for Bum Slide Thursday.